This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. What is it about Donald Trump's Republican Party and their seeming love and devotion for the hostile foreign nation of Russia? Prior to Trump's taking the Republican Party by storm, they seemed to have a reasonable view of Russia, an understanding of the fact that the interests of the United States are most certainly not those of the Russian Federation. But as soon as it seemed assured that this hairpiece hobgoblin would indeed get the nomination, things switched en masse, and the grassroots of the party swore their allegiances to Donald Trump, and by extension, Vladimir Putin, and swore off any previous care or concern for the well-being of the interests of the United States of America. And it wasn't just the rank-and-file members of the Republican Party. Long-time Republican-friendly organizations like the NRA seemed all too eager to get in on the Russia love fest. In fact, they seem so in bed with Russia that it's becoming clear that they may well have been a conduit for the Russian financing of Donald Trump's 2016 campaign. Yeah, the NRA, which is now led by Ollie North, who knows a thing or two about secretly funneling money to and from unsavory groups. The NRA, who at the exact same moment that Kremlin intelligence operatives and cyber warfare experts were hacking into the emails of American political parties and flooding American social media with fake news with the express intent of steering public opinion in favor of Donald Trump. At the exact same moment that all of that was happening, NRA CEO Wayne LaPierre sent a delegation of NRA people to meet with high-level Russian government officials and billionaire oligarchs who do the bidding of Vladimir Putin. This was December of 2015, and it was after these meetings on Russian soil that the money really started to flow from the NRA to Donald Trump. All told, the National Rifle Association spent a record $55 million on the 2016 elections, including $30 million to support a single candidate named Donald J. Trump, which coincidentally just so happens to be about 3 times the amount of cash that they spent backing Mitt Romney, who was the Republican nominee back in 2012. And the scary thing is that because of our hideous campaign finance and disclosure laws, of that $30 million devoted to Donald Trump, $21 million of that cash was spent by a division of the NRA that is in no way required to disclose the source of the money. And the NRA is refusing to say where the money came from. For the record, it's a crime that could be accompanied by serious prison time to donate or use foreign money in a U.S. election. That is why transparency is key, and the NRA's refusal to disclose the source of all of those many millions of dollars is troubling. It's not just the money that is worrying, though. There is also the little matter of Maria Butina, a Russian spy who infiltrated the NRA and elite circles of the Republican Party in Washington, D.C. Maria Butina is set to plead guilty to federal charges related to her spying for Russia in these coming days. She was arrested in July, and her activities were uncovered by federal authorities in the course of a counterintelligence investigation, which was ongoing prior to the 2016 election. In fact, the investigation that nailed Maria Butina focused on a Russian government official, Aleksandr Torshin, who worked closely with Maria Butina for years. And wait, what's this? What a coincidence that this Aleksandr Torshin is the very same Aleksandr Torshin as seen here in the meeting in Russia with the NRA. Funny how that works, huh? Also, it should be noted that this isn't the special counsel's investigation that uncovered Maria Butina. It was, like I mentioned, that ongoing counterintelligence investigation which predated the 2016 election, which means there are Russian connections and infiltrations that are being revealed separate and apart from Robert Mueller's investigation. While we know only a little bit about her right now, the Justice Department has said Maria Butina was, quote unquote, a covert Russian agent who maintained contacts with Russian spies and pursued a mission to, quote, penetrate the U.S. national decision-making apparatus to advance the agenda of the Russian Federation, unquote. And she used the Republican Party to do it. The thing that doesn't add up about all of these NRA meetings with Russian government officials and Russian nationals who end up being spies after having their run of the place is that Russia isn't some wonderland of gun rights. In fact, Putin and the Russian government have generally restricted citizens to owning a shotgun, and after 5 years of licensed use, a hunting rifle. So it seems the only stated interests of the NRA that lines up with Vladimir Putin's was getting Donald Trump elected president. So listen, I don't know what the answer is to wake up slightly less than half of America to the dangers we face at the hands of Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. But I can tell you that 2020 will be here before you know it, and now is the time to stay engaged and be involved. We have an important and invaluable opportunity to take our country back. And it's going to take all of us and everyone else we can motivate to get involved. The survival of our country depends on it.